Hi, welcome to Senior Moment, the show for seniors to watch. My name is Mary Beals-Lutka, and I'm your host. Senior Moment is sponsored by the Division of Lifelong Learning at Yavapai College, and our producer is Crystal Erickson. If you'd like to reach Crystal and ask her questions about the show, or maybe you have ideas that you'd like to see us talk about, why don't you give her a call at 717-7607. Again, welcome to Senior Moment, and Happy New Year! It's 2009. I can't believe it. I don't know about you. We have a special guest, and her name is Jacque Shideler, and she likes to be called Jackie.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Jackie is a physical activity health educator for the Yavapai County, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, perfect timing for us to be thinking about health education and also getting fit again.
Yes.
And starting the new year out right.
Yes, it is.
So, Jackie, give us a little bit about your background, and then we're going to talk about the program that you want to introduce to us.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in Arizona, and I went to ASU, graduated with a degree in Recreation and Tourism Management.
Fun.
And yes, it's a very fun degree. I moved up here in April 2007 to work with Yavapai County Community Health Services. I got hired on as a health educator. And in April 2008, I became the physical activity health educator, and I just enjoy it so much.
So you have a program, it's called Well Arizona?
Yes, yes.
And it stands for something.
It stands for Walk Every Day, Live Longer.
I like that.
Yeah.
Walk every day, live longer. Well, I know myself, I don't walk enough. So I'm interested to hear about what this program's all about, and where did you get the model for it?
Okay. Well, the WELL program is modeled after First Steps program, which is a program that came out of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And that program is 12 weeks long, and it was designed to increase daily physical activity among people with type 2 diabetes. So we kind of took that idea and developed the Walk Every Day, Live Longer program in Arizona. And it started in 2005 for us, both here in Prescott and the Cottonwood side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 5-week, we shortened it to 5 weeks, and it's a self-paced program where people can go at their own pace and not have to worry about trying to keep up with others.
That's because everybody has different physical abilities.
Yes.
And,
yes.
and so I know if somebody was a really speed walker, I'd have to be catching up to them because I can't walk that fast.
Right.
Now, did it make a difference with just going back to the model? So it really is important to walk, especially with diabetes?
Yes, yes it is. With all kinds of health conditions, there's so many benefits with walking. Some of them are, it lowers heart disease in women by 30 to 40%. Just doing a brisk walk 30 minutes a day.
Very significant numbers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it can also lower risk of stroke as well as hip fractures. And it can help control blood pressure, which strengthens your heart. And there's just so many health benefits to walking.
So now in this Well Arizona program, you said it's self-paced and it's
Yes.
5 weeks. And so how do you get started in this program, and who do you target? Who does the program? Everybody?
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
our target audience is older adults for the program,
Okay.
but we also do this program in work sites, community centers, churches, neighborhoods. So we can do this program with any group of people, and it's adult-based, and so it's a free program. People don't have to pay into it, and it's year-round, so it can be whenever your group wants to meet. It doesn't have to be any specific dates.
And does there have to be a specific number in the group?
Generally 8 or more, but we can do groups of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have a group at the office, you can call the county. And how do I reach you?
You can reach me at 442-5567.
Okay.
And what I will do is I'll get together, I'll schedule a time where we can meet, and I will come to your group once a week for 5 weeks, and we will do the program.
Sounds like a nice neighborhood project too.
Yes, yes
You know,
it
for
is.
maybe going out to a neighborhood or some of our mobile home parks. I don't know if you've got any out there. And are you doing one out of the senior center? Or
Not currently,
Okay.
but we are going to do a WELL program starting January 7th in Prescott Valley, and it starts from 1 to 2, and it's a community group, so anybody can join, and they can just give me a call at that 442-5567 number and let me know they want to be a part of it.
Now, when you say you're going to do a well program in Prescott Valley, that's at CASA, right? Is that the
no, it's actually in the entertainment district.
Oh,
is where
okay.
we'll be meeting. So
how fun.
You can do a little window shopping too while you're down there and just check out some of the little places.
So the well program, is that different than the Well Arizona? It is the walking program that you're going to do?
Yes, okay. It's the same Walk Every Day, Live Longer program.
Fun.
And the program uses pedometers to track steps rather than minutes of activity. So each individual that participates will get a pedometer that they can wear for the 5 weeks, and they'll also get a workbook so they can write down their steps that they take daily. And that's a good way to show how much activity they're actually getting, as well as increase their goals to reach more steps.
I think sometimes people can be amazed at how many steps they do or do not take by wearing a pedometer.
Yes.
And we were talking earlier about motivation. And you were saying that motivation comes from the pedometer.
Yes, it does.
Too.
It gives you immediate feedback and also that motivation you need. So if you have a goal set and you know you need to get more steps in, that's the motivation when you look at your pedometer to get those more steps. And it's immediate feedback, like I said, so you just look and see where you're at on your goal and if you need to walk more or if you're doing okay, if you're staying on track.
So when you start out, how do you pick your goal? I mean, how would I know out of the blue? Do you have like a kind of a starting number you give everyone, or?
Yes, we do a baseline.
Okay.
So the first week is a baseline where you don't do anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, okay.
So you write down how many steps you take in a normal week. Okay. And then the next week you set a goal, after you tally for the first week, you set a goal to do so many steps that week. So it can be whatever increase you feel is necessary or that you want to do. I have some participants that have participated in the past that have gone to 10,000 steps a day, which is very good. Very excellent.
That's a lot of steps.
Yes, it is.
No, you would have to take some lengthy walks, would you not, to do 10,000 steps?
Yes, but you can also get it throughout your day. So one way to do that is when you're out shopping, you can park further away in the parking lot, or when you're at a grocery store, park further out in the parking lot and walk those extra steps. So it doesn't necessarily have to be time you set aside to go for a long walk, but it's how many steps you're taking throughout the whole day. And that's a great way to realize that you're getting more exercise than you actually think you are.
And then you don't have to fight for those top parking spots.
Right, right. And you're the first ones out.
I actually do that myself. So you target older adults, work sites, community centers, maybe churches, neighborhoods, so anybody who wants to put a little group together. And the pedometer is a motivator, but I would also think that being in a group, you motivate each other.
Yes, definitely. It's a good process to be in a group. Sometimes it's hard to get that motivation when it's just yourself, and it's hard to get out and go to the gym or do whatever. This way you don't have to go to a gym. You can just meet with some friends or with a group of people. Or if you're new to town, you can join a group and make new friends. So it's a great way to just get out and meet people and have fun.
So once a week you all meet together as a group?
Yes.
And and the group can decide where they want to meet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of nice. So if you had a clubhouse or maybe your church has a education room, you could all meet there and walk from there. That's a great idea. And so you're available for these groups. Is there any teaching that you need to do to get started, or you just get going?
We just kind of get going.
Okay.
I do offer, if people want some more information on nutrition, other programs that we offer with the county. Most of our programs are free. For people who want to quit smoking, we have a free cessation class. We also have a Trek About group that goes on hikes every Tuesday and Thursday for the whole entire year. And that's $1 a month. So that's the only one that is not free, but it's only $1 a month. And it's so fun to do because we get generally about 30 people that go on these hikes every Tuesday and Thursday.
And you get to do that too?
Yes.
How fun is that? What are some examples of some of the hikes you do?
We do hikes on Thumb Butte. We also do some easier hikes like Strickland Park. A lot of hikes around Prescott Valley and Prescott, and they are all different levels, so anybody can do it. all they need to do is call the city of Prescott, and they'll let them know what hikes are going to be for that month, and then also what level those hikes will be. So somebody can decide if they want to do a level 1, which is the easiest, or level 4, which is is the steep ones, the
little bit harder.
ones.
So that is a combination now. The WELL program, the WELL Arizona program, walking
every day,
live longer. I like that. I got to memorize that. So the WELL Arizona program is just from the county.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Yavapai County Community Health Center.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other program you were talking about, the TREC program, is kind of a combination. It's a partnership with the city and the YMCA and the county.
And the county.
Okay, so they could still call you at the 442 number and ask about the TREC about too.
Yes, they can call me.
We were going back to the benefits, and I was thinking about, again, myself, I really need to get up and moving after the Christmas holidays. You know, we all eat too much, and you always hear, oh, you need to put in 30 minutes every day. But what you're saying and what I'm hearing is that I could go take little 5-minute walks or 10-minute walks throughout the day, and then let that pedometer build those numbers up. And that's an easier way to do it. It's not so daunting.
Right.
Time-wise.
Right. Especially people who are busy and they don't necessarily have the time to set aside to do a 30-minute or an hour walk. Instead, they can do 5 or 10-minute walks and accumulate the minutes throughout the day. And
so have studies shown that that's still beneficial to your health and those numbers you were talking about?
Yes, it is. It is. One thing that walking does along with healthy eating is it can help control weight. So, which that can obviously prevent diseases like diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and other things that that can really harm our bodies. So just getting those few minutes of walking at a time, but accumulated over 30 minutes would be very helpful each day.
I like that. Then I don't have to go to the gym and I don't have to spend 30 minutes, because oftentimes I don't have that. Now, obviously you need to do this every day. Because you're going to have to keep a little log. And what happens at the end of the 5 weeks?
At the end of the 5 weeks, we have a little certificates that we can hand out for people that complete the WELL program. And you do have to turn in your pedometers back in, but we can let you know where you can get one for, that would be inexpensive. At Walmart they have them. Sometimes we do have some on hand that we can give out to people. So it just all depends on you know, when the program ends and what we have available.
Oh, I just thought of a good idea. You know, that might be something that the Area Agency on Aging could maybe buy some pedometers for some of the older adults. So we'll challenge you, call the county, get involved with the program, and then when you're done, if you finish the program and you're 60 or over for our programs, the Area Agency on Aging will get you a pedometer. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
You can help me find where to get them, where they're inexpensive but not really cheap either, because you don't want them to fall apart. I've had some. I've picked them up at a marketing table and they kind of fall apart, and then I get discouraged.
Right. You need to find one that would be that would work well enough for you. Generally, the more expensive ones work better. Okay.
So we'll work on that together, and so you know that might motivate some of our listeners to think, well, maybe we can get our group together in the neighborhood or in our church or at the mobile home park, and let's all get up on our feet and walk every day and live longer.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Again, I keep saying that, but I really like that. It's going to be motivating, just that how you put that together.
Right.
Another thing I noticed that you have on your list here, that it improves sleep.
Yes, it does. Getting physical activity, even just walking, doing a brisk walk, really does improve sleep. Not only that, but it also relieves arthritis and back pain. So the people that do have problems with arthritis should really get out and walk a little bit, because you know, generally we don't want to. When we're in pain, we don't want to do anything. We don't want to get out and walk, but walking can really help relieve some of that pain.
And that's a much better route than, you know, having to take something.
Right.
Because anytime you ingest any kind of medication, it's going to take some tax on your system. Right. You know, and I know that from studying the body years ago in nursing school, that we are supposed to be upright. Our body, you know, the peristaltic action of our colon, everything works better if we're standing up and we're moving forward. Right. And our ancestors did that all the time out of necessity. We don't have to. So sometimes we forget to. So I need to remind myself every day to walk. So I need to get myself a pedometer, actually. It also elevates mood.
Yes.
Makes you happier.
And there's a study out that says walking 30 minutes a day can boost moods of depression faster than antidepressants. And that comes from the Arthritis Foundation. So that's amazing to me, is that just walking can boost your mood, and you don't even need to take antidepressants if you're a person that has chronic depression.
That is, and again, you know, when we're talking about being green,
yes,
this goes right along with being green. It's a natural thing to do, to get out and walk. You don't have to take medication. You know, obviously, don't stop taking your medication.
Right.
We aren't telling you to do that.
No.
And another thing that's really important that you and I talked about earlier is to check with your doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Even for just a simple walking program. You know, if you have questions about your health, you need to call your doctor and maybe sit down and talk with them about how you want to improve your health and how much walking would improve, and I'm sure your doctor will work with you on that on an individual basis. And that's really important before you start any kind of exercise program.
In fact, our WELL program has a form that we do give to our participants to fill out before doing the program, and just to make sure that they're physically able to do the program.
And that's really, really want to stress that it is important to check with your doctor, and I'm glad that you have that form ahead of time. So that way you can get, so to get ready you need to call Jackie first, and the number again?
442-5567.
Okay. And then when she meets with your group, then you're going to have those forms for them to fill out. They get a form for their doctor. They get their booklet.
Yes.
It's some kind of journal.
We do have workbooks that they'll fill out throughout the 5-week program.
And then that first week is just don't cheat.
Yes.
Don't cheat. Just walk like you normally do, and see how many steps you take normally.
Right. It's just a baseline, and usually people just want to know, you know, how active am I really without doing any extra. So. And
again, some of us are going to be surprised how inactive we are, and I think some will be surprised that they walk more than they think they do.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I especially like the relieving the arthritis and back pain, but it also strengthens muscles, bones, and joints.
Yes.
And you were talking about, particularly when we were visiting earlier, about women, how it affects them.
Yes. Just doing a brisk walk every day can strengthen your muscles and your bones and your joints, especially when with osteoporosis. It's a good activity to do because that'll help strengthen the bones and the joints.
And you know, us women that are over 50 worry about that.
Yes.
You know, and so I would imagine the walking would be some weight bearing, because I know you have to do some weight bearing exercises for your bones for osteoporosis.
Yes.
So, so walking works that. And here's, I think, the number one thing. It lengthens lifespan.
Yes.
I mean, you can't argue with that. If it lengthens your lifespan, and also quality of life is very important. So if it's helping with depression, colon cancer, your stress, your arthritis, your back pain, and it also lengthens your lifespan, then it's a win-win situation.
Yes, it is.
You know,
yes, it is.
Absolutely. And now, when you were talking about the brisk walk, you talked about heart disease, but also stroke. So you could combine starting out soft, easy, do the Well Arizona, and then perhaps take yourself to another level and walk a little brisker.
Right, right. This program is, it's generally designed for people who want to start getting activity, who haven't really done anything in previous. So it's a good program for beginners.
There you go. Start out slow, work yourself up, and then maybe, you know, as you get stronger, you can increase the steps and increase maybe the time that you spend walking, because the brisk walks are important for some of these things that we talked about.
Yes.
Another thing I think is really important is that hip fracture thing. Oftentimes a hip fracture can totally change someone's life.
Yes.
From being independent and having their autonomy, being at home, that hip fracture takes them then that to another level, and they perhaps have to give up that independence, and that's just a fear I think all of us have.
Right.
And so if it can help me with hip fractures, I'm all for that as well.
Yes. Yes.
And now, you said you had some other programs. You had your Trek About. One thing that we haven't talked about, we've really been talking about mostly physical. You did talk about the depression, but you said there's an article from the Arthritis Foundation about walking and Alzheimer's.
Yes.
Thought maybe you'd like to talk about that for a minute.
Sure. Just doing a walk 30 minutes a day can slow mental decline, and it can also lower your risk of Alzheimer's.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So it's not only good for your body physically, it's also good for your body mentally to get out and get some fresh air and walk and enjoy nature, enjoy what you see around you.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment. So, and again, that's another fear, I think, of a lot of folks as we get older. Am I going to get Alzheimer's? My mother has Alzheimer's. So I worry doubly because now I know it's in my family.
Yes.
And, you know, anything I can do to help take away those risk factors, you know. So that's just another reason for me to get off my office chair and take little walks during the day. And usually around here you can do that almost year round.
Yes.
You know, so do you have groups? How many groups do you have going right now?
Currently, we have some in Cottonwood. We have, I think, 2 or 3 going on in Cottonwood. And we're going to start our first program after the New Year on January 7th.
Okay.
And it's 1 to 2, so I know it gets kind of chilly out, but that should be a good time where we can walk and get our body warmed up and just get some exercise.
So yeah, and again, this is such a great time of year to be thinking about that, because we all after the holidays, it's like, okay, what can I do to get started? And it's hard to get started.
Yes, it is.
You know, and don't they say once you do something for a while, it becomes a habit? And I don't know what the studies are on that.
Yes, that's one reason why our program is 5 weeks long, is to make it a habit.
Okay.
And we have other programs that, we have another program that's in the fall, that's a 12-week program. So people that are just starting to get a workout, they can do the WELL program, and then in the fall, they can join our 12-week Arizona Take Charge Challenge program, which is also very good. So
when you're is it a challenge between groups to?
Yes, the challenge is between teams to just achieve their goals, their individually set goals.
That sounds like that'd be very motivating.
Yes.
Again, numbers are good.
Yes.
Get together, have some fun, but you can walk on your own during the week. So it's also an individual activity, but you've got your workbook and your pedometer. And again, let's talk later about the Area Agency on Aging getting some pedometers for you.
That sounds good.
And you know, there's just so many benefits. It's a win-win again for everybody.
Yes.
Jacque Shideler, Jackie.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to add before we close our show today?
Well, just to make sure that you do check with your doctor before, once again, before doing any exercise programs. We want to make sure that you're safe, that you're doing the amount of exercise that you should be doing, and that you're not going to injure yourself. So if you have any questions about any of the programs we talked about the Walk Every Day, Live Longer program, the Trek About, or any other questions about cessation classes that we have available through the county, you can give me a call at 442-5567.
Thank you, Jackie, very much. It was very interesting, and I'm motivated now to do some walking, get a pedometer, and maybe talk to my team in our Prescott Valley office.
Good.
There's 7 of us there, and that would be a pretty good sized team for going out and on the breaks instead of drinking coffee. We can go out and walk for a little bit. I really appreciate you coming here today. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to you. Think about getting up, walking a little bit, calling the county. The county has some great programs that some of us don't even know about. So I really appreciate Jackie coming here today and letting us know about the program. And thank you again for joining us here on Senior Moment. And we're starting out a new year, 2009. I can't believe it. Again, we are produced by Crystal Erickson, and the Division of Lifelong Learning from Yavapai College is our sponsor. And we really appreciate the ability to talk to you every month about everything from exercise to diet to legal matters. If you have any questions about our show, give us a call at 717-7607. I'm Mary Beals-Lutka, Area Agency on Aging Director, and you can reach us toll-free, 877-521-3500. It's very important this time of year to not fall victim to scams. So I always like to remind you at the end that we do have a Yavapai County Elder Abuse Task Force. If you have any questions or concerns about elder abuse, scams, anything that you're worried about as far as credit cards, things over the internet, give us a call, toll free, 877-521-3500. This is Senior Moment. Until next time.